But half the
All
time you start
right,
on your
welcome,
tongue.
ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new episode of Talkin, a podcast amongst friends. Thank goodness I started this recording a hell of a lot later than the beginning of this conversation.
The beginning
Um,
was even better. Y'all missed it.
yeah, it was a silly situation, but I am Anthony Sterling, aka your friendly neighborhood super Negro. And joining me, as always, on this here little podcast are the beautiful queens of podcasting. Starting off, I gotta get the audience ready, because when I say those names, they get rowdy. So we are going to start off with Miss Coretta with the Beretta, excuse me, the enforcer, the bruiser, the queen of chloroseptic. Trust me, you should have been here from the beginning. Y'all,
Yes.
give it up for Miss Helene Terragano. She is in the building. Hopefully, where's my
Gang,
audience?
gang.
Bang, bang. There they are. The audience is here.
If you want to know about the chloroseptic spray, just leave us a comment.
Yes, we'll make a YouTube short that'll probably get banned. I don't know if we can. I don't think we can go that
That's
far.
something. I think we can. It'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, if Jasmine Gilliam could throw her panties on a microphone, I think we could say there's some
You
good
just
uses
sent
for.
us a whole Instagram post about some things, and
Yes,
that's still on Instagram. So, sir,
that is true. I think
I had to go get my
you'll be
eyebrows
fine.
done. So I didn't have. So I didn't. I didn't have a unibrow because I didn't want to. Because
You didn't have
Rhea,
Drake brow.
yeah, Rhea inspired me to go get my eyebrows done.
Oh, see, this is what we do on
How
the podcast.
They don't look
Twins.
like twins, but they do look like sisters.
how did we pull
Apparently.
dudes? Remember back in the day when nobody was taking care of their eyebrows or their mustaches? They were just,
I don't recall that day,
being
ma'am.
Yeah.
oh well.
Okay. Well,
I
you
I've
was.
know,
been
I
I've
grew
been
up.
handling up on this Bert
No,
and Ernie situation since I was probably
it's
12.
totally understandable. Brit was
no.
born in the 1800s. We get it.
This is
So
true.
we have to keep it moving. No, Brit was born in the century of our Lord, which was the
The
20th
1900s,
century. You see,
the
yes,
mid
she
1900s.
was.
It's technically, am I
Mm,
lying?
No,
The
No,
she
mid
was in the late,
1900s?
the late
No,
but
1900s.
You know
late
what?
no,
1900s.
Can I
mid.
get the camera for a second? I may be old people. I may be the septuagenarian. I may be the oldest person on this
Ooh,
podcast. Maybe I
septuagenarian.
am 3 years away from going to a retirement home, the 55 plus one. I understand that. But
Yeah,
you know what? I
all of
can
that.
still pull young dick. Anyway.
All right,
She's
congratulations on your elderly horror
she is.
phase. We're gonna move on because we have a podcast that contains a beautiful ray of sunshine. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yay.
please stand up, take a bow, twerk if you gotta, show your love for Miss Araya Anderson. She is here.
Don't leave her around your sweatshirts, people. Don't leave her around your sweatshirts.
Where is she doing this Forrest Gump way? Hi, Jenny.
I
Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Oh my God,
A
man.
happy,
Oh my
happy
goodness.
to be here, Jenny.
So would it be like with your
No,
friendship that you're Forrest and Brit's Jenny?
Yes.
No, Fritz,
I
Brett's Bubba Gump.
oh, you
I
got
feel
big
like I would be
gum?
Bubba Gum. I said I know. I think I would be Bubba because I got some big teeth and gums. So I like
Wow.
them shits be out there. So I could see
I
that
think
you
I'm
got
Jenny.
barbecue shrimp and fried shrimp
Yep.
and
I
basil
I all I
shrimp
want to look.
and
I'll just take Lieutenant Dan because I walk around with a magic
yes,
leg. That
Lieutenant
is,
Me and Jenny had
Dan.
very similar lives growing up. So yeah.
You have the
yeah, yeah.
AIDS?
Oh
Whoa,
Lord.
okay. Well, we're gonna move on. No,
Not AIDS. I don't
um,
have AIDS. I am
Jen.
actually, I've never gotten anything. That is a surprise.
All righty. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Should give her a round of applause for that.
yeah,
Right?
you know what?
Yeah.
No, No,
Oh, okay.
no,
Yeah, what the fuck?
no.
It's like,
Can't do it.
no.
But y'all, we got to round out this introduction because we got to show some love, y'all, to the priestess of beige rage, the slightly annoyed, amply caked up, mixed chick herself. Y'all give it up for Miss Britt Williams. She's in the building. Oh man. I would have said the princess of poor P management, but I think she's become a queen within the realm.
Oh, she's
So,
not princess no more. She's
oh
graduated
no,
to queen.
she's got a full crown. She's got a
Thank you.
full
You're
crown
welcome.
right now.
I try. I
She's
try
doing
hard.
her thing.
It's my thing.
Girl. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a skill, right?
If I could just sell
Right.
these paintings, I wouldn't have to fuck a bunch of people. Somebody please be trying to buy my paintings. Buy my paintings.
Lord
You
Jesus.
too can keep a Britt
Oh my
Williams out of a
God.
life of whoredom. Go to Slightly Annoyed Mixed Chick Art
Well,
and
but
buy a
the flip
painting.
side of that is she did say that she has had sex with everybody that's bought a painting. So there's the upside, boys and girls. If you want to buy
There you
one,
go. I
There's the
mean,
give or
What
you'll
did I
be.
take,
realize?
she's.
It wasn't true because
If
Antonio
you're
bought a
in the
painting and
North
I
Cal,
contacted
Oakland,
him.
what's the state right above you? Washington, Seattle, Oregon. I mean, it might go as far as up to Canada if you want to drive down. If you're in the area,
If you're from Vancouver and you want to know what it's all about, come
get your
down to
get your painting.
come on down to Britt Williams Fuckaporium, where you too can get art and ass for a low price.
For a low price. A little
Oh
cash,
man.
maybe a sweatshirt, a gummy bear or two. Boom, you're
Hey,
in like Flynn.
ass,
In
cash, and
like
art.
Flynn.
Nobody gets for free.
Yeah.
So you
That's a
can
good deal
have a good
though.
time.
That's a
Yeah, it
that's a
is.
good ass deal though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Get a
I'm
two
not
for
mad at
one.
that. Yeah.
Oh, and if you buy three or more paintings, you get a
This
blowjob.
this bitch got a Groupon. Lord Jesus.
Oh my goodness. And this is why I'm taking Google certified courses in digital marketing and e-commerce. Yes, I am doing
Are
it.
you on Coursera?
Yeah, I'm on Coursera.
Nice.
Wait,
Might as
Okay.
well say it.
Araya,
Hey,
say it again.
Coursera.
Oh, okay.
That's
what
not
you
what I
thought she
heard
said?
either. I don't know that, but
Right, I
that's not
heard
what
I
I
said
heard.
Coursera.
I
Coursera.
saw,
No,
yeah,
you
I just
didn't.
heard like something different.
I
But
heard
Coursera?
I took
Coursera.
my technical support
We
certificate on
didn't say you
Coursera.
don't know what it is. We said the way you
I just said I
said it.
heard
Said
something
it.
different.
Right, I
I
Oh.
could
heard
have,
you say it.
that could have been me. I mean, I'm not
They
saying it
trying
was
to
you.
say
I'm
you
thinking it was you, but I'm
sound
not saying
good.
it was you.
It was her.
I
Oh,
It
know.
okay.
was her.
But no, yeah. I might as
Oh.
well just go into the weekly wellness check. I'll start off. Yay, weekly wellness. I'm well. That's as far as it goes. Hopefully, got an interview coming up this week. Let's see where
Yay.
that goes. Yay. I have I will say, Louisiana, you are a shit state, but you have given me the opportunity to take Google certification courses. So I thank you for that. Shout out to Tech Louisiana. I'm jumping on the
Are you
digital
doing it for
marketing.
free?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm on the digital marketing and e-commerce, but I'm also gonna go into IT as well.
You gonna
I'm
do the
trying.
Hey,
tech support one?
cover
Yeah,
your bases
cover
as
my
long as you're
Yep.
bases.
paying for it.
I'm
I
I'm
did the
feeling
tech
like
support one in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's a
What is
6
Yeah,
week
that
I
course.
thing? What
You
is
can
that
finish
thing
it
that you
early.
have, Britt? Scrum something or other? Do
She's
they
a
have
scrum
that?
master.
Yeah,
yeah.
do
Give
they
me my
have
Scrum
that?
Master certificate. That
Okay.
it's helpful, very
Yeah.
helpful, and it's just
I do
project
that one
management.
too.
And if you keep doing what you've been doing lately, you'll be a cum master. I mean, get your skills up.
No, we're talking about you
I think
ass.
she's already
I
a
know.
master though.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
think she might be
No,
a
Britt, I do
master.
appreciate it because it's on there. So
I'd rather
I'm
be a
trying
scrum.
to.
I'd rather be a crumb master than a cum dumpster.
That is
Mm.
true. At least
You know
you,
what? You're
at least you
correct.
can kind of, weigh out your options and
Cause I
judge
can
on
look. Cause
what
I
you
can
want in it,
Jedi
right?
mind fuck the shit out of some dick. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that is it.
So
My
that's
wellness is
Anthony's week.
that's my week. But yeah,
Y'all
it's
should see
it's
our group
been
chats.
crazy. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But Britt, how has your week been? Please
Funny,
keep
kind
it
of funny
PG.
note. Kind
Mm-hmm.
of funny note. So I said I had signed up for the paralegal course, only $500. Then I called them. No. It is a certificate. It is not a degree. They were like, no, it's 500 a credit. It's $12,000.
Oh.
And you don't qualify for any financial aid because it's not a degree. I said, do you really think people got 12 grand in this economy to just throw at you for a certificate?
Yes,
So
because you may
somewhere
not be
else.
able to get federal funds, but people will still try to do, whether it be loans or Pale or whatever. That's just
I'm gonna
non-federal.
look around. I'm gonna look around. I'm going to get. I've wanted to get my paralegal for a long time. So I'm gonna freaking do it. Why not? I'll figure it out. Also, I did apply for FAFSA on the off chance that I could get FAFSA for something else somewhere. But so that was on a funny note.
Yay.
And
we
I had
are
an
laughing.
interesting week. I got a new sweatshirt.
Tell the world how you got that beautiful hella high.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No. No, we good. But I had actually a really, really, really good week, even though I'm broke and I can't afford to pay my rent on February 1st.
Oh, well, you know what?
Are you caught up though?
I'm 1 month behind now.
Oh,
okay.
That's it?
From being sick.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
They should let you make it.
WeWorkRemotely.com. I just jumped on there and applied for a shit ton of remote jobs.
Remotely?
Yeah, we work remotely.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
And
no.
lastly,
It's free.
I'm making a huge impression on LinkedIn right now.
Do they hate you again?
I don't know why. I'd be like, Lord, let me unfollow Britt.
No, I'm actually making connections now. I'm talking to some. I was talking to he has a PhD and he does something else, but human resources. So we started chatting because he liked what I said about DE&I, because LinkedIn got rid of their DE&I and they replaced it with something else to hide. And other than yesterday, which was me going through all of the the executive orders that Trump rescinded and finding out what they're affecting, because I have to do a video. I can't help it. It was some of the most depressing shit. I was in Starbucks crying, reading some of this shit and what it'll affect and what it's currently affecting. But I'll talk about that later. Other than that, I had a good week.
Well, good. Well,
I got
please.
high.
Oh, okay. So it's just a regular week for you. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, why can't we learn about how the Sunshine's week gone? Why? Because she's already here. Look at that. Look at that smile. So, Rhea, how was your week?
It was a week.
All right. Well, we're done. Helene.
I really have nothing to report. It was the same week that it was last week.
Okay.
Work was
you didn't
work.
do anything? Okay. Nothing on the weekend? No fun?
No,
fun?
I don't have any fun in my life. Unfortunately.
Oh my God, honey.
Isn't
All
that
right.
sad?
If anyone could make a real doll, well, hold on.
No.
I'm just gonna throw this out into the ether. Maybe the universe will hear, because universe, we talk. It's really just me talking to it and not it talking back. But if you can hear me, please find a real doll maker who can make a Justin Timberlake real doll for Miss Rhea Anderson.
Yeah, she'd take a
because
or the Wahlberg dude.
Yeah,
no, I don't want to fuck
Donnie
him.
Wahlberg.
I don't want to fuck Donnie Wahlberg. Just
make sure.
Make a Justin doll for her to have a salacious affair with, and a Donnie doll so she can talk to it. Because Rhea is not having the best weeks that's possible, and we want her to have the best.
Rhea is depressed, and Rhea is just existing at this time. Hopefully that will change in the near future.
I hope so. Because we appreciate you and we love you, Rhea.
Thank you.
Just know that.
I love you.
All right.
Depression
over. Moving on to better and brighter days.
It ain't over. Coming over here.
My life would be the same without you.
Was that Britt?
Araya,
wait, hold on, Britt.
My life would not be the same without you. So whatever you need from me, I got
Is this
you.
the text that I didn't get? Is it it's in live in person?
No, you make it really hard. Oh.
Now she's found a little bit of sunshine, making Brit feel bad.
Oh.
It's my pleasure.
It's painful all over again.
It's what gets me there. All right, Helene,
Oh,
the
she's
only
having a
one
whole
besides
moment.
Rhea who's working. How was your week?
I mean, it's not quite as bad as Reyes, but it ain't gleeful over in this motherfucker. I'm still getting sued.
Oh,
So
that's right.
there's
Oh,
that.
wow. Well, hey, you're in good company with UMG. So,
I no,
You're
but
in.
I
Is your
mean,
insurance company getting sued, or are you getting sued personally?
I don't. They named me,
Yeah,
in the
it's
lawsuit.
Oh,
so I
Mhm.
have
oh
to
my!
figure. I am figuring that out. So,
Did you get an attorney?
yeah, that's what I'm in the process of trying to do and find one.
Okay.
Because apparently, all the civil attorneys in Houston just go after people that hit people, not people that are getting
Yes,
sued for getting hit.
Yeah.
Right.
they're ambulance chasers.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
so
Have you
I
ever
lawsuits
thought of
aren't
getting on the
easy
phone
to
and
win.
calling 1-800 Quanell X?
Oh no, I
No
don't.
Quanell?
I am not a big proprietor of Cornell X. He does.
One eight
Oh,
hundred. Ask Gary. Maybe they
He
can
has
help.
hot takes and like that you will agree with here in Houston, but he is not like we don't see Cornell unless it's a high profile something, and then other than
yeah.
that, we that man does not come around the
He
black
was his
community.
name is Quanell Abdul Furkan, but he was born
He
Quanell
changed his
Ralph
name.
Evans.
Yeah,
Ralph
like
Yes.
Cornell.
Evans.
His name was
As
yeah. His
many
name was
black
not
men who
Cornell.
join the nation are becoming Muslim, yes, you
Correct.
change your name there, Britt. It happens.
Yeah.
Malcolm X
Yeah.
I
was
know
not born
that.
Malcolm X.
No,
Oh my
but he was
God, I know
Malcolm.
that.
But
Little.
no,
His name
go
was
to work.
Malcolm Little.
Getting
Okay.
sued. The kids are okay. The oldest one had to have a heart to heart.
Oh.
So
Was it
there's
like a
that.
special episode of Different Strokes kind of
Yeah.
conversation?
It was one of
Okay.
those 2 hour long episodes where it's a to be continued in the middle and you got to come back
Right.
and it's drama when the comeback episode comes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been
And then
watching
it
Give Me a Break. Have you guys remember Give Me a Break with Nell
yes,
Carter?
Nell Carter, yeah.
hmm
That's my show. It's
Hmm.
on YouTube. Just
I've been
random
watching
Oh,
The
okay.
episodes.
Nanny.
The Nanny's on YouTube too.
I've
Are you
not
watching
watched
it on YouTube?
anything but I watched it on
Yeah.
Tubi. Or no, Peacock. I'm lying.
Oh.
I've not watched anything except The Nanny all week. Like literally
Mm.
nothing else
Mhm.
except The Nanny episodes all week.
I've been
I watched Your
okay.
Monster. Have you seen it? Your
No.
Monster?
What?
Oh,
No,
with
Melissa
the
Barrera.
black girl?
It no, Melissa Barrera from the new Scream movies, the older
Hmm.
sister from the new Scream movies.
Oh.
Okay.
It's actually really really good. The way it's shot, it has almost like the camera effect is almost an 80s.
Hmm.
It's so good.
I don't want to go
And
Okay.
back
I
to
love
the
the
80s.
80s. I love
I
it.
don't I don't want to
That
go
I
was
back
a
to the
love
great
the
show
80s.
It's
on
my
on
80s.
favorite
VH1,
aesthetic.
wasn't it?
What?
I love the
I
80s.
I love
love
the
Oh, I
the
love the
80s on
80s. Oh,
80s.
the
VH1.
TV
Yeah.
show on VH1? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
The
was
little,
good.
But hey,
We don't
look.
we don't mean to bring down the listeners, just shit
No, it's
sucks.
okay. Hey, some days you have great weeks, some days you don't. But I will say
This is
this,
true.
you know why this would be a great week? Because our viewers. That's why. You folks, those who
Yes.
have brought us comments for us to read, who we appreciate and love, except for one comment. It's kind of I don't know. Might have we got to question this one, but we will start off with C. Murphy sent us a comment that said,
Charlie
"Great
Murphy.
show."
Oh God.
That nigga say
Charlie
Charlie Murphy.
Murphy.
Fucking.
So
Blackness.
I don't know if this is Charlie, but if so, hey, can you tell Jesus to take out a certain orange orangutan that's in the White House? I'm
For
joking.
real.
I'm joking.
I'm
I'm
not.
Jesus wouldn't
joking.
do that. Michael would. Um, so basically, C. Murphy told us, great show. Commenting from last week's episode or the episode before that. A welcome distraction from from the lunacy at large in our country. That is true. Helene is my favorite. Give her a raise. Um,
Nice.
I will
thank
double
you
your pay right now.
right
From
now.
0 to triple
Rotas.
0.
That is. We will make
Zero
sure,
point
C. Murphy, that
zero.
she gets the highest of raises
Yeah.
because she is deserving.
Yeah.
Um, what comes with that? You already know. None of us get paid making this.
You get to add shit to the spreadsheet.
Oh,
I'm not going to do. I mean, I did it once, and
and that was enough.
I feel like that was enough.
Oh my
She
god.
literally felt like, okay, that is some hard work. That's more than cleaning a house.
I
It
can't even
so
read the
is.
spreadsheet
What?
Why?
Why?
because I'm dumb.
No,
I'm
you're
done.
not.
Okay, we're gonna move on. But thank
No,
you, C. Murphy. We really appreciate
That's
you. Continue watching.
so dumb. But
no.
like
I'm
she said
thinking,
it in such a manner to where it's like it was very matter of fact.
yeah,
Right.
almost
Which
like
is
a
not
sitcom
true.
where,
Like,
yeah, it's almost like a sitcom where you hear the audience go, "Aww,"
yeah.
and then the lead character comes in and tells them, "You're not dumb. You're
You're not
just
dumb.
slower than most." And
Special.
then you come to these understandings, and then the
Wait a
credits
minute.
roll.
Can I just talk about Nell Carter for 2.3
Please
seconds?
do,
She
because
used
I
to
love
smack
Nell
the
Carter.
shit out of those white kids. Like she was not playing any games. She smacked the shit out of Julie. She smacked Samantha. She smacked Joey Lawrence. She be smacking the. Oh man, they say something
She was a
stupid. Papap. That was it. That's how it
yep,
used to be in the 80s.
Where was she
yeah,
hitting
you
them?
with
In
them
the
kids.
face. Smack them in the face.
I don't remember.
But those were on the special episodes.
Yeah.
You know, like one of them came home late at night and they were drunk
Drunk.
and they were being disrespectful.
Oh,
hmm
okay. I was like, damn, was she
So,
just smacking white kids on national TV every day?
No, they had to do something really bad, and she would
yeah,
smack the shit out of them.
because Chief Shaworsky would probably be on assignment or on
It's
duty.
Kaninsky. It's
It's
Kaninsky.
Kaninsky?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was Shaworsky.
I'm
My
like,
bad.
who's
Oh,
Shaworsky?
But I know
oh,
that
you know what?
name.
Shaworsky
Jaworski's
is
from
from Police
something.
Academy, I believe. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
Thank you.
My bad.
I'm so damn
Kaninsky.
familiar. Another good movie.
Shaworsky is
My
on Police
television nerdum
Academy?
does remember who played Chief Kaninsky. So that's the
Yeah.
sad thing. Dolph
Great
Sweet.
actor. Yep.
Great
Great
actor.
Big, huge, white, gray-haired dude, right? Big,
Yep.
fat
Yeah.
dude. Just
Who
yeah, I
played
remember
Grandpa
him.
Kaninsky? He was so cool.
He was good
Grandpa
too because
Kaninsky was
he
cool.
lasted when the kids grew up and the chief passed away. He
Yeah.
went to New York and lived upstairs from Nell, and he
Right.
still helped out with Joey and Matthew.
Because that's when it was Nell, Thelma
Nell
Hopkins' character,
and Thelma Hopkins. Yep. And
and
they were two girls in the
Joey
city.
and Matthew. Yeah.
Yep. Great
Wasn't
episodes.
Nell like married to white men in real life?
I don't know.
I don't
just know
know.
she
I don't know
died.
much about
She
her.
died too
She
soon.
died too
She
young.
died very
Too
young.
young.
She was only
Yeah.
54, but I believe she was married to
Mhm.
white men in real life.
Oh, okay.
Prob-
I know she was
Probably.
Broadway. I remember she was a Broadway
Yeah, she
actor
was
and
definitely
moved to
Broadway
television
because
and film.
she used to sing her ass off in a Broadway
Yes,
fashion.
indeed. And Lynn Thigpen played her big sister. Rest in peace,
Yes,
Chief.
I
yes,
love
she
Lynn
did.
Thigpen. Right, Chief. Where
Rest
in
in
the
peace,
world
Chief.
is Carmen
Carmen
Sandiego?
Sandiego.
Damn right. All right, y'all. We got one more comment. Boy, did we go off on a tangent, but that's what we do here. The 8.5, Miss Briani said, you know what? I need to come back from on high and teach these people, these little ham and eggers, rest in peace to Bobby the Brain Heenan, what the deal is. So she is responding to what we were talking about last week about the cancellation of some black artists such as Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Rick Ross, Soldier Boy. And the question was asked, would they get the same treatment as Chrisette Michele did back in 2016? Bree said the difference between canceling Chrisette Michele and Snoop Dogg and Nelly is that Chrisette wasn't as nearly as popular. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, she's a woman.
Yep.
Most of these black men who support Trump have these negative, toxic views on women. And of course, the money is the main reason. Chrisette spoke about her decision to perform for Trump's inauguration. I remember that. Poor heart. She even cried. She stated her ex-husband, who was her manager at the time, forced her into performing at Trump's inauguration because
Forced
of the
her.
money.
He was the
That's what
manager.
he was the manager, so he
So he booked
signed
the
her
get like
in.
he could he
Yeah,
booked it and like was like, you gotta do it now.
yeah, because
Wow.
she couldn't back out. You back out, you don't get paid. Let me go back to because of the
Get
money
sued,
and yeah,
or you can get sued
because
too. So
you
Mm.
are correct, Britt. Because of the money, and I guess at the time she wasn't making money like that. I hate how they canceled her because she really is a talented artist who needed the money, but hopefully this is a lesson learned by her and other artists. All money is not good money, especially if it affects your career. That came from the 8.5 known as Briani. Um, yeah, I totally understand. I
I
totally
hear
agree in
her.
a lot of that.
I agree with her
Yeah,
too.
be careful with the
All
devils
money
you
ain't good
dance with.
money.
Yep. And sadly, I remember her interview when she did say that, her ex pretty much signed on the dotted line. He took care of all her business dealings and she was thrown into the mix. And what was really sad was she didn't get any recognition from the MAGA elite. Not Fox News,
No.
not OANN. They didn't really even pay attention to her. And that was horrible. Because Chrisette Michelle can sing her butt off, you know. But then again, when it comes to folks dealing with folks like that, there's never good intentions, in my
Hmm.
opinion. It's always for see, we got one. They
Right.
like us. Why the rest of you nignogs not getting down with it? And it's like, no, she didn't like y'all. She just needed to get paid. She was stuck between a rock and a hard place. But ladies and gentlemen, that was our viewer comments, viewer questions, whatever you want to call it. Hey, thank y'all once again to C Murphy and to Bree. Every time I say C Murphy, I don't think of Charlie Murphy. I want to say C Murder from No Limit.
Me
And
too.
I got kind of hold myself because if you listen to I'm About It, Master P, when he says C Murder, it really does sound like he's saying C Murphy. Go back and listen to it. It's the accent. It's so
I
strong.
haven't listened
C
to
Murphy.
About It in years
Body. Yeah, I'm like,
because
yeah.
about it.
Let's say you body. That was a national anthem.
It was.
That was a national
It
anthem
was.
for a while. Brit, fix your face. It's true. All right. But hey, if you want us to read your comments, let us know how you feel. We want you a part of the conversation. Please write down below. Put it in the comments. We really want to hear from y'all. And as you can see, we will read them on a future episode of said
Anthony,
podcast. Yes.
how about those Eagles?
I'm telling
Are
you.
you excited?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Have you
On the
seen
road
Gilly the
to
King
victory. Oh, look.
with the Too
I
Short? You see Too Short
I
perform it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. There are days I can't stand Gilly the Kid. I just can't stand that dude.
I don't
But
understand
He's
that.
funny.
I don't get it.
his love for
The
his Eagles
Eagles, yeah.
is just heartwarming.
Other
Me,
And
than that,
I
I
one
love
don't.
it. And
person,
I'm not a sports ball fan, but I love Gilly the
yeah,
Kid, and I love
Not
the
the
old
sports
white man
ball.
that comes across the street with the
yes,
broom, and the little
the
the little
broom and the
person
shovel,
dressed up like an eagle.
like an
Like that
eagle.
shit is so funny to me.
That nigga's
They
a
I
did
love it.
one
goofball.
recently. When they beat who was it? They beat last week. Um, son of a monkey. I can't remember. It's all a blur. And he shows up and just goes
Oh, when
insane.
he was in the
I think
locker
it was at the
Eagles
room.
beat
game in the
the
locker
Eagles beat
room
the
or at the game.
Rams.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
him in the locker room hugging
And
everybody,
he did
dapping
one with
everybody
Too
up.
Short while I think
Yes,
it was
it
snowing.
was
And
snowing,
that
and
was
Too Short
dope.
was there. That was
He's
dope.
like, I
Yeah,
got a guess. Dum, dum. I go on and
on
on.
and
I'm like,
on.
oh my God, it's Too Short. He's freezing.
Yes.
But he's here and he wants to blow his whistle. So
Mhm.
yeah, shout out to Gilly the Kid for that. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to Jalen Hurts who married a black woman. Yep, I'm using it.
Yes.
I ain't got no shame. Shout out to him. I really want a Eagles
I want them to
Chiefs
win.
rematch,
Oh,
but
really? See, I want the Bills.
I would like to see the Bills. I'd
Fuck the
like to see the
Chiefs. I don't.
Bills.
I don't fuck the Chiefs. Let me. I want. We need the Bills.
Yeah.
The Eagles versus
Um
Bills, I think will be good.
yeah. But again, everybody really wants the Chiefs so they could start calling Patrick
Why
Mahomes
am
the
I talking
greatest to
about
ever do it.
sports? Who am I? I'm
And
like,
you
I
I don't
brought
don't
it.
know.
know.
And you brought it up. That's the killer.
Yeah, you brought up the sports ball. Way to
So you
go,
I do
do.
Rhea.
like
Look at
sports
you.
ball.
And we knew the teams.
Exactly. Look
Oh,
at that. Well, y'all, while we are in a moment of happiness, it is now time, excuse me, a little tongue tied there. It is now time to go into our random chats of blackness, better known as This Week in Black. Starting off sadly with a rest in peace, a quick little memorial to one of hip hop's fun DJs. Um, Straight out of Atlanta, DJ Unk passed away died this past week at the age of 43 years old. Um,
43.
he was
Oh my
43.
Lanta.
Yeah, yeah, young,
Oh.
young,
What
young
from
man.
what?
No one knows. There has been no updates on the cause of death. His wife did post on social media to let all his fans know that he did die. If you don't know who DJ Unk is, obviously you didn't own a cell phone and you didn't buy ringtones, or you didn't understand what it was to walk it out. And as much as I knew there was something I forgot to put on my soundboard, I really wanted to play Walk It Out,
Now walk it out.
because
Walk
now
it
walk
out.
it out.
Southside
Now
walk
east
it
side walk
out.
it
Walk it
out.
out.
East side
West
walk
side
it
walk
out.
it out.
West side
You
walk
know,
it out.
if you don't know, shame on you. It was one of the top songs of 2006.
Mm-hmm.
It was his biggest hit. He also
Yep.
had another big hit. I can't remember the name of it. Please forgive me. But Walk It Out was his signature song. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the Falcons came out to it for football games. The Hawks played it at their games. Hell, New Orleans. Who was it at the time, Helene, in 2006? The were they the Hornets at that time? Because this is right after Katrina.
Oh,
Katrina.
Because they were playing in Houston at the time. Remember, they couldn't come back just yet to the arenas to play in the arena yet. So yeah, I think it was the New Orleans
2006.
Hornets.
Shit.
I
That was
think
so long
because that
ago.
was during, I believe, the Chris Paul days.
Yeah. Were they
Yeah,
the
Chris Paul,
Hornets?
David West.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
because
hadn't
they
turned
were
them into the Pelicans yet.
no, 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 no. They weren't the Pelicans until much later. But yeah, man. Again, another another man, another
Young
black man,
man.
another young black man passing away. Um,
Yeah,
rappers
New
are
Orleans / Oklahoma City Hornets. Yeah,
there. We go. Okay, they were playing in Oklahoma, not in
yeah.
not in Houston. My apologies. Um, yeah, man, this is crazy, man. And to see his age, and I'm looking at it. I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year, and to see him dying at only 43 years old. Um, he has a family, children, a wife. You know,
Mm.
he's a friend, a brother, a father, a son. It's crazy.
It's
You know,
sad.
very. But I really want to send condolences and strength and healing to his family, because that's a big loss. And to be at such a young age, yeah, take care of yourselves, people. Regardless of the
Go
cause
to
of
the
death,
doctor.
go to them doctors, get your mental straight, find ways to get out them streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy,
Stop
man. We
eating
we
cheeseburgers and mac and cheese and ribs and
But they're
all
pick
so
that
up a
kind of
broccoli
good.
high. Yeah,
as
But
get
Britt
some
they're
decides
salad
to
so
in
get
your
out of
life.
stream.
good.
Come back on in, Britt. No, seriously, like, start watching what you eat. Start
I had
watching the
kale
things you put
last
in your body.
night.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you're juicing, so you're doing good.
I'm trying. I got to go to the store today.
Your skin looks tight, like Lady Eloise.
I need to get some beets.
Got to get that beet juice, girl. Get you some
Keep the skin
beets.
tight.
What is it? Candy beets. Because they have the regular recipes, but there's another
Oh, I love beets. I
breed
eat
of
I
beets.
beets.
can't. I
I eat
can't like
pickled beets. I
beets.
love
I
I
beets.
can't do
can't.
pickled
I
beets.
can't
I
do
can eat
beets.
raw
Oh, I
beets.
love them.
No, I
My
can't do
oh
Oh
no.
beets.
fuck! Y'all aren't talking about Beats headphones. Oh shit!
No.
All right,
Wow,
we're
you're not
moving
I
even
just
on.
got.
She's
smoking.
high,
No,
but
Is
I
she?
am smoking.
Oh,
Mhm.
she
you
is.
are?
She literally is.
Wow.
but folks, especially to the black men out there who I'm hoping are listening, or if you're not listening and you know about his passing, please make sure you take care of yourself. Keep that third eye open, stay woke, and that's it. Once again, condolences to his family,
Hmm.
friends, everyone, to the fans as well. Um, he will be missed. All right. From that sad note to a congratulatory note, we have got to show some love to one CEO of Acu Elegant. Um, I'm going to say Miss or Mrs. I could be wrong. I don't like to mispronounce any kind of titles, but want to give a big shout out to Lori Smith of Savannah, Georgia. Give me 1 second, good
Why are we
people,
giving a shout out to Lori Smith of Savannah, Georgia?
because Lori Smith is trying to teach us how to get them government monies, government contracts to small businesses who have been overlooked by government contractors for ages now. Um, as we know, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm so not prepared. She runs the company Acu Elegant LLC. It is she is a leading it's the leading black owned business coaching and management consulting firm. She just dropped a book. Um let me see if I can say this. GovCon Revenue Strategy, the ultimate guide for small businesses to win higher price contracts. It's a comprehensive guide that aims to revolutionize how small businesses, particularly minority owned enterprises, approach and succeed in the federal contracting marketing place. So, quite frankly, if we all know how these things goes, I read sometimes about them. There has been issues where a lot of um, businesses that are owned by people of color, mainly construction, um, any type of industry that deals with, hell, even work clothing. When government contractors come out trying to get these contracts out to different businesses, they completely ignore them, and they go to, is it okay if I say names?
Sure.
Cintas and hell, let's say Granger. I could be completely wrong. Granger
Oh,
does
like
uniforms and other things.
Cisco,
Cisco and things like that. So
Hmm.
what
Armark, Cintas, they all do uniforms.
there we go. But it's not just uniforms. It's like concrete, people who deal with construction, people who deal with all types of infrastructure maintenance. They, hell, even cleanup, sanitation. Like when DOTD or whatever your Department of Traffic is called, when they finish working on bridges and streets, people to clean up. That's a government contract. They contract these companies to come do the cleanup. So she is giving a blueprint and a way for smaller companies to get these government contracts because that's guaranteed money, you know. So
Hmm.
I just wanted to put on a happier note and actually give a big congratulations. Uh, you know what? Let her have some claps. To you, Lori Smith, you deserve it. You truly, truly deserve it because the administration that we are.
Is this a black person?
Yes, she is a
Oh, okay.
black woman. She is a black. I sent the link. She is a
I read it.
beautiful
I was
black
gonna say
woman.
I
I
read the
don't recall
article.
seeing this in the thing, but I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, well. Since we don't know how to read, I'll
I
read it
looked
for
at the other stuff. I don't know. I must have skipped over this one.
you. You sure did because it was right after DJ Unk. I have Lori Smith, and at the bottom
Oh,
in the websites, I have Lori Smith and the blacknews.com link. Um, it's a BFD. Like this is a really
Mhm.
big deal. And I really do think that smaller businesses should definitely check her out, check out that book and get the hookup, man. Because trust me, this administration that we're in now, a lot of those
Whew.
things they are going to overlook with no shame. So definitely try to capitalize, because if somebody is willing to give you the blueprint, please go ahead and abide by it. All right.
Mhm.
That is it. That is all for that. Now we got to talk about Red's dad's conservative wet dream,
Hmm.
Miss Candace Owens. Yeah, it's been a minute. We have not talked about her for a while. And
Can
Helene, I
I just
believe,
say
oh,
that
go ahead.
clip that you sent? I was listening to what she was saying, but I couldn't get over her dead ends. She needs somebody to really come in and give her a deep conditioning and clip about 3 to 4 inches off of her hair. But go ahead.
Okay, well,
No, that
And this
girl,
is why
please.
we love you.
That is hard wig, soft life, babe.
True.
whew, man. So, um, oh man, I was about to say something real rude, but I'm gonna stop because Candace Owens, I believe it was on her show or Pierce Morgan's show. I don't remember.
Wasn't it
They
her show and Pierce Morgan was on?
on it, and they had some little
Yeah.
blonde haired
Because I
scallywag
had
as
watched
well.
it
Some
on my
young
own
girl.
before you
Yeah,
sent the link.
okay. So it
Yeah.
was on Candace's show. Excuse me.
From what I
Well,
remember, yeah.
rewind. On Candace Owens' YouTube show, she had Pierce Morgan and another guest, and they were
Mm.
talking about the new administration and the people who are in it. And she had some choice words of a certain South African tech guy who looks like a Bond villain and probably
Mhm.
smells like a used
Mm.
sanitary napkin.
He doesn't
Uh,
look like a Bond villain. He looks
I want
like
to give
Mike
my
Myers.
heart.
What was
I want to
that?
give my heart.
Austin Powers. He
Give
looks
you
like
my
an
heart.
Austin Powers villain.
Yeah,
who's
he does.
basically from James Bond.
Bond.
So
Yeah.
Right. No, but I'm saying
but I
extra
get it.
He
goofy,
looks like
extra
a
Yeah,
special
super,
needs.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
A
yeah,
special needs
yeah.
It's
version of a Bond
yeah,
villain.
yeah. I was trying not to say that part.
Okay. Well, this short bus riding villain kind of rubbed Candace the wrong way. We do have the video. Candace, do not put any kind of thing on us.
Don't
We're actually
strike
trying to
us.
don't strike us. We're actually trying to put you in
We
a good
agree
light,
with
girl,
you,
because
bitch.
Bring it,
exactly.
bitch. Bring it, bitch. I say
She said
bring
we
it. Bring
agree
it,
with you,
bitch.
bitch.
So I'm gonna
Look
share this
here. I
right
ain't got no
quick.
money, so don't bring nothing over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You'll
Just
have
mind your
money
business,
once
Candace.
she brings it because then you'll be famous.
There you go. All right. So
Girl.
we are gonna share this right quick. And I want to hear what y'all think on the get back. Here we go. That is Candace. That is Pierce. And whoever this young lady
She's a
is, put it in the
child.
comment. Yeah, she is straight out of high school. But here we go. Oh,
That's sort of where you get into trouble with the MAGA movement, when you just instantly sweep away and condemn everyone and say, well, some people were saying racist stuff about Indians, and so this entire argument now is based on racism. It simply isn't. You know, Vivek, I personally stumped for Vivek. So if you think that I'm going to be on board with people being racist for him, when I went on the ground with him all throughout Iowa when he was running for president,
oh,
of course not. I'm also brown myself. But I understand that,
hold on,
this has
guys.
nothing to do with
My
the
bad.
merits of the arguments that are being presented here. And it is just a fact that the H-1B visa, the majority.
Okay.
Weren't
Sorry
you
about that.
talking about
That was the wrong one. Hold on.
Elon's values, right? The one you're
Yeah,
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
was
I watched
trying to
the other
get it.
one too. But I saw
Yeah.
that one too.
Okay. We're going to
Oh, I see more
redo.
Candace Owens than I thought.
Sorry, everyone. We're going to redo this. We're going to
Just take a
start
look at
all over.
her hair.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I'm brown too. Okay.
Hey. Show some love. Hey.
No.
All right. Here we go. This is Candace Owens, who feels like Elon Musk is rubbing her the wrong way.
We did disagree on Elon Musk. You said that he was a superhero, and I didn't say that he hadn't done superheroic things. You know, I thought that he was going to rescue speech on X. Even that's up for debate now, given the H-1B visa debate. But I was never keen on him essentially buying a seat at the table, which is what he's done, because we don't know what Elon Musk believes. I am a Christian conservative. Elon Musk, of course, is going to be at odds with me and my beliefs because he wants to put brain chips in people's minds. He wants to go to Mars. These things conflict with me theologically. I think he's a transhumanist. What are his perspectives on marriage? He's had how many different women? I think he has up to 13 different children. What is Elon Musk's endgame? And we have not seen people interview him fairly. They're either incredibly hostile to him, like you saw with Don Lemon, or they're too friendly to him, and which they just see him as a superhero. And I would actually like to see someone sit down and flesh out what Elon Musk actually believes. What is his goal? What is he trying to contribute? Because I don't think you can say that you are a conservative if you are not ultimately trying to conserve the nuclear family unit. And I don't think that he's trying to do any of those things. And so we're now seeing that, okay, maybe this is about AI for him. Maybe this is about data collection for him. Maybe this is about him wanting to be the first person and getting a leg into federal governments so that he can do things that are on a larger scale in terms of artificial intelligence. I don't know the answer to that. And not knowing the answer to that made me uncomfortable when people did what we always speak against, which is essentially turn him into a celebrity, that worship him like he's Taylor Swift, and think that because he's got tons of money and bought X, that he's now suddenly allowed to direct us on politics. I just am not into celebrity worship culture. We did just Elon Musk. You said that he was a superhero.
Hold on. All right. So,
Mm.
the beauty of it all. Let's get into it. As Rhea said, we kind of agree a little bit, but
Yeah,
I
that was
want to
not on my bingo card.
yes. Um, I want to go ahead and let's start off with Britt because I know Britt is going to have a little more
Why?
venom.
Lord
Because I'd
Jesus.
rather go into the discernment
Fucking Christ.
than the praise just yet. So, Britt, your feelings.
Whether she has said a tiny snippet, which is the too hard in an interview or too soft, and would love to sit down and know what his end game is. I agree with that. I don't care because the messenger is just pissed off that she's not a part of the administration because she's not bitching about Pete Hegseth being the leader of our armed forces. She's just pissed off at Elon. She doesn't care whether he's a conservative or she doesn't give any of that shit. She's just mad that she was overlooked. So I don't want to hear about her suddenly giving a shit about morals and values because she didn't give a shit of who she shit on, who she fucked with. She didn't care who she talked shit about, who she incorrectly just didn't fact check for when she thought she had a shot. So
Mhm.
she gets none of my sympathy and none of my praise because she's a little bitch who didn't get invited to the slumber party. So now she's going to talk shit about the one she doesn't like the most who got to go. I don't care. There are brilliant individuals who are saying the exact same thing. And then everything else that comes out of their mouth sounds much better because it continues to be logical and makes sense and not full of non-conservative hate. So anyway, fuck that bitch. Fuck that hoe. And yeah, you can come for me. I ain't got no money. Good luck to you. You can have my sweatshirt.
She's not gonna come. She is so not gonna come after you. You're light skinned and no. But there's a point. There's something I do agree with. I do think it's a little self serving that she is bringing this up now, and it seems like everything was okay. It was good. It
Right.
was all good about a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now that the wool was pull over from your eyes or pull away from your eyes and you see the truth, which you should have saw from the beginning. Elon Musk is not a person of family values. Where
Right.
did y'all get this from? Who told you this? When did you wake up and go, ha, that guy, he is the one who values everything that I value. And that whole thing of, and this is was really starting to irk me about these conservatives, is that suckling to the teat of Christian values. Y'all hold on to that tighter than your guns and your love for and your fake patriotic love.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it supposedly plays into into your playbook, that it's a part of your playbook, but y'all keep getting kicked around by your blind faith. And this
Mm-hmm.
dude has played y'all perfectly. Donald Trump is not a Christian. Elon Musk is no
Thank you.
Christian. They're money men. They're billionaires.
Yes.
Religion has nothing to do with it unless it's for it brings better quarterly sales or better quarterly revenue. They don't
Business moves.
care. Yeah,
It's only
it's
business.
all
That's it.
business moves.
They make
It's the
money
reason.
moves.
Yeah, it's all about money moves. And it's so funny that she's talking about, oh, we turn everyone into heroes or superheroes and celebrity and this, that, and the others. But you were doing the same thing.
Thank you.
You did the same thing when you
Mm-hmm.
teamed up or tag team with Kanye West, and y'all became the Blunder twins of conservative black folks. Like, in all honesty, you knew what you was getting in bed with. You just didn't like that you didn't get kissed after getting fucked royally. And there was no breakfast the morning after. Now you have to take this walk of shame. But the funny thing is, to you, Miss Owens, I agree with everything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
We really have to stop this whole celebrity thing. We have to stop putting celebrities on this pedestal or on this trajectory of bringing them so high up that everything that they do we're okay with. Celebrities are humans, that is true. They should be involved in politics, that is also true. But should they be the mouthpieces for everybody in America?
But their
No.
money shouldn't be involved, because the regular individual is involved in politics and does not involve their paychecks. It's when you have
Mhm.
enough money that you can just offload it to buy what you want to serve yourself. So yes, celebrities should be in politics. Leave your money out of it.
Right. Well, also keep in mind, remember when Obama ran in 2008 and then again in 2012? What was
Mhm.
one of the big conservative talking points about Obama? Besides being black and not born in
And his
America
tan suit.
and his tan suit, and he's a communist and a Muslim and a terrorist, and
And an
Michelle
African, and
Obama looks rather mannish, but she's actually beautiful. But again,
oh, she gorgeous.
they just mad that they can't attain the arms that woman has. Um, they talked about him being the celeb in chief. They complained constantly that he was more of a celebrity than a president, that he was
Mm-hmm.
more for being in front of the camera and not actually doing policy, which is one big joke. But y'all did the same thing with Elon. Y'all did the same thing even with Vivek.
And they
Y'all
did
put
the
him
Did
same
it
on
thing
with
with
pedestal.
everybody
Trump.
since. They've done it with everybody, every candidate since Obama.
Yeah,
Literally every political candidate, whether it
Clinton.
be
They did it with
Hunter
Thank
Clinton.
you.
Clinton was
Clinton
on
was
Arsenio
on playing the
Hall
Yeah,
saxophone. Yep.
playing his
playing the
Mm-hmm.
saxophone.
saxophone.
So
he
like
became the first black
John
president.
F.
I'm just
Kennedy,
teasing.
I
Right.
mean Kennedy, you couldn't keep Kennedy off of TVs. Ronald
Mm-hmm.
Reagan was an actor. Like, come the fuck on. It wasn't something that was new, and that
Right.
celebrity in TV was not something that just started with Obama. The entire Kennedy clan was constantly on TV. It was either
Right.
Mm-hmm.
mobsters or hanging out with the Rat Pack and shit like that. Like, come the fuck on. You wanted to glam onto that because it was the black man and make it look like he really wasn't doing anything, and that he had been when in fact he was doing exactly what anybody else had been doing, but he was also a younger man and he was trying to reach a younger audience.
Right.
So I have to go like Clinton was also very like he was on MTV doing things back in the day, and he's like, I need
Mm-hmm.
to
Rock the
reach a
vote.
younger audience. Yeah. So I'm like that. You literally have the celebrity in chief right now. The motherfucker was on it, had his own goddamn show. Like, get out
Right.
of
He
here with that
fucked porn
bullshit.
stars. Don't act like you got this sweet man up there and he surrounded himself with this horrible
But that's
sycophant
different.
in
That's
Elon
different.
Musk.
It's always
Right,
different.
that right there. It's always different
Mhm.
because what they say is God doesn't call the perfect. God calls the imperfect and he makes them
I mean, the
perfect.
man didn't even swear on the Bible that was
Literally.
sitting next to him when he took the oath of
Lincoln's
office.
Bible.
He took
And
the oath of
he's
office, but of course they had an excuse for that. Well, they were rushing him, and they were this, and that. He's the president of the United States. You really think they were rushing him, or did
right.
he just not
It
do it? Like,
if
you
they can
need to stop
excuse
making
away
excuses for that shit.
this
Oh, the
shit that
Nazi
Elon
wave.
did, right? They're making excuses for it. So what
He
else
was
won't
giving
they
us his
excuse
heart.
away?
Like, get the
No,
Yeah.
fuck out
somebody
of here
said
with
it was
that
the
bullshit.
old salute, the old American
The
salute. He said
Roman
the hand over the
The
chest.
Roman
Right.
salute.
the
Yep.
Roman
No,
salute as
and
well.
then
Yep.
and then somebody showed a video of him doing this over his
Yeah.
heart. So he
Yeah.
knows how to give his heart. So it's
Yeah.
full of shit.
Look, there's your
Well,
hearts.
there
Yeah.
it is. But
But
going back on. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Helene.
But Candace is, for once, I mean, I'm not even completely mad about her about the H-1B visa thing either. She was, I, like I said, I did not have me fully agreeing with Candace Owens on anything that any bingo card or any other card that
Mhm.
I would play this year in 2025. But like you said, she has made celebrities of those that she wants to deal with. She has no problem being the celebrity co-host for Kanye West, like you said, but she will shit on, like she said, she had to bring up Taylor Swift. She will shit. Now, I will say she will go and hold hands with Kanye and then will shit on the Kardashians. I find that
Mhm.
hilarious the way that she talks about them while
Mhm.
maintaining this friendly relationship with Kanye even before he was fully, away of Kim. But she the points that she brought up, she may be a conservative Christian. She may know conservative Christians, but she is not following and voting for conservative Christians.
Right.
Nowhere near are any of these people Christian, like you said, and there are no way near are they conservatives in the sense of family oriented, even family goddamn planning. There's no way that you have 12 children with an abundance of women and then stand up here and say that you are a conservative anything. You're not conserving your damn dick. You're not conserving your peen. You're not conserving the sperm. That's for damn sure. So, like, get it out of your head. The reason that I think she's going after Elon is because, one, she did say that I noticed that he bought his seat at the table, but did Donald Trump not buy his at some point?
Right.
Right.
Like, what's good for the goose is not always good for the gander, apparently, in
Mhm.
the eyes of conservatism. But the points that she brought up are hilarious, where I am this, I am this, I am this, and I want this. And yet you didn't vote for that. You voted
Mhm.
for no parts of that. Because if you really wanted to be like, you wanted to have somebody that was representative of your conservative Christian
Facts.
views and values, you would have voted for somebody like the Obamas that have been married for how many years and have raised their 2 children to not get into any trouble.
Or
You would have
even
Exactly.
Nikki
voted.
Haley.
This is
I-
jealousy. This is pure jealousy. She's mad
You're
that
not voting into your own
Elon's
interest at this
bullshit.
point. Yeah,
She's
she
vote
just doesn't.
well,
Don't get me wrong. I am glad that she doesn't like Elon Musk. I find it
right.
refreshing that she doesn't like Elon goddamn Musk.
Mhm.
But the reasons that you brought up for not liking him, yet yes, they are valid, but they're not valid because you can't circumvent the fact that
Right.
the other parties in this in the celebrity White House are doing all the same thing. Like, you
If she
can't
got a
tell
seat at
me
the
that
table,
the one-eyed bandit, what's the dude with the pirate patch on his eye?
Oh,
Or
from Texas.
yes.
The
Or
representative.
the one that they just made the head of the military, or
Pete
He
Hegseth.
has sick.
like,
Hegseth.
you can't
Oh,
Hegseth.
bring up
Yeah.
you
yeah.
can't endorse
I
these
hate him
people and
so
then
much.
shit on Elon Musk too, because they are
I have a
one
Right.
and the
question for you,
same.
Helene. I have a question for you. I want to know what you think. If she had gotten that seat at the table, do you think she'd be having this moment?
No, because she would have, well, it would have come later. She would have roasted.
I'm
She would have done
roast.
exactly what
I
she
love
would
it.
have did.
I'm a
She would
roasted.
have done exactly what Omarosa did. She would have gotten
Oh,
that seat and then had it and then gotten pissed and then would have had to tell all about it.
You referring to Dan Crenshaw, Representative Dan
Yes,
Crenshaw.
that's his funky ass
I,
name.
I
The
like
damn
to call him
pirate.
Solid Snake.
Yeah.
If you're a gamer, Metal Gear Solid,
Right.
go
Metal
look
Gear
at Solid
Solid.
Snake.
Yeah.
That is basically
Nerds.
him. Shut your face, sports jock. You jock.
Right. Sports baller.
You lover of pigskin toss. But no, I think again, I'm still gonna hold on to her being a little more. It's more self-serving and almost as if um when she spoke about the people who interviewed him. Um,
She only
Don
named
Lim-
Don Lemon.
Don
And Don
Lemon,
Lemon's interview was not that like, dude, Don was calm, he was cool. He was like, so you're giving these statistics which you can't back up, and you're saying things like, oh, DEI is going to kill people when the majority of doctors in this country are white men and yet they're still killing people. So how do you bring up something like DEI is going to kill people? Like, they're not softball ass questions. So you're thinking that
right?
Don Lemon is somehow hostile because he's
Mhm.
not asking softball ass questions.
But she
But that
complained about the softball questions, and you notice she didn't name anybody because she didn't want to piss anybody off.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
she
because
only-
she
she's
only
gonna
named
jump
Don.
on it, right?
Right.
Because she
She
needs
went,
to.
or the
She's
ones that are too soft. Like who?
Because
Well,
if that's
bitch,
the case,
you
then why
know
don't you
who?
why don't you set up an interview with Elon since you
Mhm.
claim that you can be so down the middle? Why
Right.
don't you set up an interview? Because you claim that you don't like him being what is it, transhuman, whatever, where they want to
yeah,
like
transhuman.
implant
He's a
You're right.
transhumanist.
you don't want him being, you don't like him being transhumanist, you don't think that he's actually conservative, you don't think that he's a Christian. So these are valid points to bring up to him, but will you sit across from him and bring those points up,
Does she have the clout
or do you not want to
to?
piss off Daddy Trump?
Well,
She
but then
doesn't want to piss
again,
off Daddy Trump.
they're not concerned about her anyway.
They're
And
not.
She's
again,
still
the
hoping,
question,
though. We know that. We
right,
know
right.
she was never going to get a seat at the table.
None
Every
of them
black
are.
person
What's
in
that
this
other
country
what's
knew.
that other shucking and jiving ass Negro that's still doing his apology tour that thought he was
Mark?
going to get a seat at the table?
Tim Scott.
Not the gums. This
No,
Byron
was
was
a
it
Dan,
the
younger
one
Byron
dude.
who was
That
Donalds,
one.
on?
That one.
Byron Donalds. Oh,
Yes.
well, he's the one who got on TV and said, "Daddy's home." And again, grown ass black man
That
saying,
is
"Daddy's home." That ain't your
disgusting.
daddy.
That
Kind
is
of
so
cringy, my brother.
Dude, fucking Mel Gibson just did it too on Fox.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. He really did. He
Like,
said
what is
ass
wrong
whoopings
with
are coming.
grown ass men calling Donald Trump daddy on national TV?
Well, they all
Ew.
enjoy
It
getting
is
pounded
so
in the ass.
cringy.
But I want to
Don't be
kind of
mean to gay
focus
people
on
about
what
that.
you just said
Don't
with
align them.
Candace, and I think I know what it is too. With her, Don Lemon was being aggressive and not as friendly or was attacking
Jesus
him.
Christ, she hates black people.
No, it's not just that. It's a ignorance of what journalism is. And journalism has taken some very hard changes since the advent of smartphones and sites like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter.
Would she have called out Barbara Walters as being too hard on him?
No. Well,
I think she
depends
would have.
on she would have depending on the questions, but also where she stood at that moment. Because you see, right
her
now
perception, is she liberal or is she conservative?
She's
Right.
conservative.
That would be the difference.
She's
No, I'm just
conservative.
saying Barbara Walters. At that moment, did it come across
Yeah.
very liberal? Did
Well,
it come
Barbara's
across
never-
appropriate?
Barbara's never been
never showed her political leanings at all.
correct. She's never.
That's
She's
the
very.
beauty of
She's
it.
always been very like, I'm gonna be down the road. I'm gonna be impartial, and I'm gonna
I
ask
felt
you these
liberal
questions.
vibes from her growing up. Big
Well,
liberal
and
vibes.
she
No,
may have 'em.
I think in her personal life she might have had
Right.
some liberal tendencies, but I think her being a businesswoman, she probably leaned a little.
She's
I think she
old
might have leaned a
style
little
journalist.
conservative. Yeah,
Right.
Fiscally
old
that's-
style
conservative.
journalist.
What you
correct.
say, Bria?
Fiscally conservative.
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, but the thing is, again, when you go to journalism school, that's one of the first things they teach you is to be non-biased to the subject. You're supposed to have an objective view, a very clear objective view. Basically, answer the 5, who, what, when, where, how, that craziness, and that's it. You don't put your
That's-
personal views in your story.
That's expressly hard, especially with the.
True.
At one point in time, we didn't have knowledge at our fingertips. With
You're
us
right.
having the
Right.
knowledge that we have, we are the most I think, because Denzel made a quote of it one day. He's like, we are the most knowledgeable and yet still the most stupid. Like, we have the
Yeah.
most technology and the most knowledge at our fingertips, and yet we choose to do with it some of the most asinine ass things. At one point
Because
in time, when Barbara
opinions
Walters was
become
really
facts.
correct, when Barbara was really big, and people like Morley Safer and Barbara Walters and the 60-minute
Yep.
crew and
Yep.
what's
Walter
Cronkite and
Cronkite.
all of
Right.
those people, it was, these are the facts of the story.
Right.
I can only
Yes.
go by what is the facts of the story. Either I was there, or
Hmm.
we have somebody recorded on a video, a little handheld, and we got this
Right.
interview, and that was it. There was no behind the scenes, or I think I heard, or let me make an opinion piece online and it's not fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to sift through what the truth is and what's not. It was, that's it. This is a
Yeah,
fact.
Yeah.
because the news used to be reported. It wasn't pontificated upon
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
it is now.
And
I
there were
mean,
no
you
opinions.
well, no,
Opinions were
Right.
you
kept to
had
yourself.
your you
Right. But
had
if
your
you look at it
opinion pieces.
now,
You
we
you
can
Go
had
go
ahead.
think pieces and
online.
But
opinion
you
pieces,
Right.
you
But
knew what they
but
now,
it was
were
separate.
though.
Yeah.
right.
It was
But
separate.
now when you
And it
go
was separate of the
online,
news.
opinion is now
Fact.
under the way it's written, it looks like fact. So now,
Hmm.
unless you are smart enough to wade through, you
Mm-hmm.
just immediately go, oh, that's a fact. And that's
They
Well,
my
but
just had a
problem.
man. They just had a man. I saw the video yesterday that got on TikTok, sat in his car, black dude, and said, Donald Trump is allowing that if you pay child support, you can carry the child. That
Yes.
shit went so
It went
widespread
so viral.
that
yeah.
he came back this last weekend and was like, I'm
He was
telling y'all
like, I
now,
lied.
it was
I lied.
bullshit. I lied.
Yeah.
I just decided to sit in my car and say some shit and see how far it would go. And y'all
Well,
Hmm.
took it and ran with it.
you want to know what's funny?
Hmm.
My sister works for DCFS. Love her. She handles child support stuff. Hope I'm not getting in trouble. Um, there have been people asking, like
Yeah.
even a couple of nights ago, we had company here, and they brought that up, and my
Hmm.
sister had to break it down, like, y'all, that is not law, that is not an executive order.
Mm-mm.
None of that has come to the Department of Child and Family Services. That is not real. Stop. It is best for y'all to stop. And the big problems that we have now, back then, word of mouth moved, but it's not moving as fast as it is now
As
because
it
of
is
our cell
now.
phones,
Hmm.
because of how we're
Hmm.
so interconnected. Yes, Denzel Washington is right. We are so, as my grandmother them used to say, you're so smart till you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
I never understood it, but now it's making sense. We have all this knowledge, we have connection to all this knowledge, and yet we use it for the most asinine and stupid things.
And somebody saying something like that, no, he knew what he was doing. He was just saying it to be silly, but he knew there was going to be a percentage of people there who was going to take and run with that. Because people don't do their own research. They hear something, they think it's rule.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's law. They think it's real. And they're going to run back and tell 10 other people who are not going to look it up.
How many bitches on TikTok made whole TikToks about, oh well, these up north girls are coming for us southern girls and da. Like, who made, one person said some shit and it grew like wildfire, and then all these conservative women are talking about what they gonna do, and they got their guns and they gonna fight, and this ain't nobody worried about y'all, ain't nobody coming. And you see how that just kind of went away and died down, because of
Hmm.
course it wasn't true. But it literally takes
It
one
just takes
person.
one. Yep.
One person,
Right. And it's the
It
one
takes
tinderbox
match to
it
thing.
takes
start a
us
whole
Right.
goddamn, to set South California
like
ablaze.
All right.
that
Britt,
guy,
you
that
got it,
young
and then we
man.
gotta wrap it up.
Oh, really quick, just like that young man who went and shot up the school. Candace Owens was one of his influences. He
She's not
cited
gonna say
her.
anything about that.
No.
Right. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's when that adoration that she's complaining about and that celebrity worship that she's complaining about goes wrong. She just
Mm-hmm.
happens to be that celebrity. Of course she's not going to say anything about it. She's doing everything she can to back away from it, but that's exactly, words matter. And unfortunately, because everyone has access to everyone's opinions and everyone's fucking thoughts, you pick and
Mm-hmm.
choose from it, like the Bible, what you want. And if you're already struggling in one way, you look at it and go, that's what that told me to do, because you don't want to make that decision yourself. You don't want to say I'm responsible for it. You want to say someone else told you to do it. But this is a shit. If she's really concerned about Elon Musk and that celebrity worship, then she needs to address what her persona did and contributed to.
Right. And that's not going to happen, but we will see. We will see where this goes because again, it's
I agree with her about the H-1B visas also because Elon Musk loves them for a reason. Yeah, no. If Elon likes it, we don't need to like it. That's what we've learned. And y'all need to get off X. Get y'all asses off X.
No, seriously.
If we are talking about that situation,
Anthony loves X.
Well, there's a lot of big booty girls on there. But again, we all have our reasons to deal with the devil. Hush, you smoke weed. I like big asses. Leave me alone.
So look, there are big asses other places besides X.
Yeah, but it's not done as well. But again, we got to move on because we also have to
go to Reddit.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit. Don't worry about that. But again, we must move on. My only joke is, Candace, get your edges right, and maybe one day these women will respect you. But we definitely got to talk about. Oh, okay. We definitely got to talk about the administration that stepped in this past Monday. I
stepped in what? A pile of shit? What they saying?
Can you really step in what you are?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, you can. It just becomes, you're more of it. This was
like Clayface.
This inauguration was a joke. This thing was.
I didn't watch. Did you watch it, Anthony?
I watched a tiny bit of it.
I did not watch any of it. I refused.
No.
I'm not even watching recaps on stuff.
Yeah.
I literally drove around doing Uber Eats and playing Fuck Donald Trump on repeat. So
that's a good way to spend that inauguration Monday. Now, while I did watch a little bit of it, what I also did was go and read a hell of a lot of Black history stuff. Because
to counteract the effects of it,
and also to make sure that I don't forget what our contribution was to this little old country we call the United States of America. Because through this inauguration, which kind of felt like a sporting event, especially when they were bringing out the past presidents, and there's this video of Obama walking out, and the boos are like hit insane, right? But Obama
people booed
did this. Yeah, they booed him. Oh yeah, they booed him. But again, these are the maggots.
Right.
The maggots were in the building. This was what was going on in the arena as he comes out.
The Republican Party has gone so far off center that it's fucking ridiculous.
It's from all that fried butter.
John McCain said it best.
I literally just said that. He did. But he was the last good, in my opinion, the last good Republican.
Christ. Like
I
can't.
With humanity.
I think you can look at, even though he's been such a flip-flopper and he is staying on his Republican morals, Mitt Romney, even in some cases. But hearing the
I'm not mad at Mitt. Mitt has been
He's been consistent with how he feels.
He is. And he's like, I may not like things, but I don't dislike you as a person.
Right.
But I'm also not going to be so disrespectful that I would allow a stadium of people to boo you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They need to rename the party. I'm sorry at this point because real Republicans are gone. There are a couple out there. Yes, serious. But they need to because they're not actual Republicans. They are not the Republicans of back in the day.
That's gonna be the theme song.
Oh my god! Why did I come up with that? Okay, I gotta.
Because if you think about it, every Republican president since the EEOA has left it. They haven't touched it. They fucking left it. They
We're
left Roe
entering
versus
into
Wade.
the Fourth Reich.
Right.
This
But that's
is
why I'm
the
saying
Nazism of it
they
all.
need to change the name of the party. This is not the
Okay.
Republican Party anymore.
It's the
It's
Nazi
not.
Party.
Well, again, I'll send y'all the video. I know y'all don't want to watch it, but you got to watch Obama because Obama is so smooth with it. Like
Did he
went
wave at him
into.
or something?
No, he didn't wave. It's the way he walked. It was very
'Cause he's
Michael Jordan going
smooth.
into Madison Square Garden during the
He has so much confidence.
Eastern Conference
It's
game
so sexy.
championship.
It's like I told homeboy, bitch, I'm a baddie. I don't need your reassurance. Seriously,
Okay,
that's it.
exactly.
He's a baddie.
How did
He
we
doesn't
turn
need
this
them
into?
to love him.
How did Britt manage to turn this into a discussion about her?
I don't know. She
'Cause
does
that's
that.
what
But
she
no,
does.
he's a baddie. He doesn't need them
Okay,
to applaud
I don't want. I
or
don't. I
whatever.
never want to hear Barack Obama be compared to
Right.
as
Don't call
as
don't
a
call my
baddie.
president a baddie. Don't do
Do
that.
not refer to him as such. But
Okay, but he's
I will
so
say
self-confident. He doesn't need their reassurance.
the only president in that whole group that was there that just had me chuckling in
Oh, I know.
ways
I know who it is.
George
Bush.
W. Bush.
Because he was
George
looking for
Bush.
his girl.
He
was
was
looking
being
for his
so
girl.
funny.
Did you
Lost.
see? Did you see
him
his
laughing?
daughter? His daughter did an interview on her show with Taraji P. Henson, and she
Uh-huh.
even said he was like, "Yeah, Dad was just looking for Michelle." He's like, "Dad, he's like, Dad was looking for his girlfriend," and Taraji was like, "Did you just call Michelle Obama his girl?" She's like, "We all do." She's like, "Mom does. We all do."
And you know what's real crazy?
That's so cute.
Somebody wrote it perfectly because George Bush, he looked so cherub like because his
He's so
cheeks were
cute.
rosy. He
Right?
looked so.
I used to
I mean,
hate
he's-
Bush, but I find him to be so cute now.
Yeah.
Enduring. He's very enduring now.
He endured and became endearing.
Yeah.
But I will say he did look like the edibles had just kicked in.
He did.
I'm not mad at
Did
that.
they have a video
his-
or
I'm not mad
something
at
where
that.
they
Yes.
did that? They had a
There's
gift
a
where they
video
did that.
Where he's just like he doesn't know if he wants to smile, be in shock. Like
I saw parts.
I'm-
Hillary.
he's tripping
Hillary
balls.
killed
Yeah.
me.
Oh, Hillary
killed me
cracked
because she
up
was
when he
laughing her
said
ass.
when he said Gulf of America. She just bust out laughing. It was so organic. That shit was so funny.
I will say this. Sleepy Uncle Joe, Dark Brandon, the face he made when Trump started talking about how this election win was to correct a grievous mistake. And you could see Biden wish that he was maybe 80 years younger when he was a young 30-year-old man. And he could just take, Donald Trump to behind the bar and get to throwing them bows on him. You could see the anger and just hatred on his face. Dr. Jill Biden had her purse on, which if you're at an event, you keep your purse. It's like, I'm not going to be here very much longer. Shout out to
Right.
Jon Stewart who noticed that. But I will give props. We got to give props to the Forever Floaters who said, y'all can have that. I
Get
have
somebody
other
else to
things
do it.
better to do. Get somebody else to do it. And there were
Baby,
some
look
folks
here.
who were like, Obama should have did the same, but Obama is a person of tradition. He was going
Mhm.
to be there, whether you
Right.
wanted him to be or not.
He
He
is,
knows
and
he has
and he is
to.
the president.
He is
So
Right.
it's
the
like
president.
let me not buck at tradition,
Right.
But not
because
just that.
even though that's what the last president did at the
Right.
at
Right.
Biden's
He didn't
inauguration.
But
show
he's
up
also
for
a black
Biden's.
man. But he's
But
also
let-
a black
but he
man, and
also-
he understands how
he-
that looks.
He
and how
also
it comes
knows,
back
and that's
on
what I was
him.
gonna say. He also knows that he
Mhm.
can't do what they do.
Right.
He would
Because
love
if
to.
him and Michelle hadn't shown up, oh my!
Oh, it was
Jesus.
game over.
It would have been
It
the
would have been
only
game
thing that
over.
Fox News had to talk about for 2 weeks
Mhm.
was that the two Negroes didn't show up for the inauguration of our Lord and Savior, Daddy Trump.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now, let's get
Can we-
into.
Sermon
hold
on the
on.
Mount?
Well, all right. Before we get into
Did you
the
change your shirt,
Congression
Raya?
of.
No.
She changed her shirt. No.
Oh,
I didn't.
Did you have a
I just
sweater
Oh, I
on
thought
over
you
it?
did.
I took this off because it was
Oh.
Yeah,
hot.
she getting them flashes.
I was like, damn,
Um,
she
You
she
know, I
flashing
be
out of clothes.
flashing.
the oh man, the Sermon on the Mount of Mount Coonery. Before we
Oh,
get to
fuck
that,
me.
no, let's just get into it. That
Thank you.
I don't even want to say the brother's name, and why am I calling him a brother? Because he may
Yeah,
be skin
why?
folk, but he ain't no kinfolk.
Thank you.
The bastardization of one of the great orators' speeches to ever be said. Look, y'all. I thought Drake using AI to turn his voice into Tupac was blasphemy. What happened on the 20th of January in the year of our Lord 2025, this dude needs to be excommunicated, expunged, no, not exalted because that's praised. Um, he just anything bad that starts with X, he should have it. He should have this because his whole little thing and the fact that Trump laughed and smirked during it was hilarious. And that's where I kind of started to say, okay, I got to stop watching this. Um, it really was a shit show. And I will say this, Britt, you might want to go more in depth. But now that we do have a felon in chief, I do understand now why Melania was dressed like the Hamburglar.
She sure was.
She was dressed like
And
Kung Lao.
the Kung Lao,
Her hat
some
was
people,
like, get the fuck
For Mortal
away.
Kombat.
I
Yep.
at first when people say the Hamburglar, I was like, no, but now I get it. But my first thought was, why does she look like super secret squirrel? And the way
Because
Donald
she
Trump
didn't
is
want him to
shaped,
come. She didn't want him to kiss her.
that was
Is that
hilarious.
what the hat was
Especially,
about?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
when they called
We
him
can't
out,
stand him.
and now to the 42nd, and now announcing the 47th president of these United States, Donald J. Trump, he went to go kiss her. The hat just went, nope.
Nope.
It was deep. It stopped him, and he had to do the air kiss. She didn't return the favor. She just went,
No, she
yes,
didn't.
go. You can
She
go
just
now,
turned her
Mushroom
head.
King. She
Right.
turned her head and kept it moving. You know, that is the thing that made me laugh. But I think she looks more like Secret Squirrel and Donald Trump the way he's, pretty much shaped. He does look like Morocco Mole. Um, I, it really was a farce.
It was
The fact that they
disgusting.
had the billionaires sitting where it's usually governors
Thank
of
you.
the 50 states
But you
to
do
show up.
understand. But do you understand what that means? That's a precursor to what's coming with what is going on in government contracts because of the EEOA and the
Right.
fact that there's this snitch clause in where you must snitch on any DE&I effort or you will be fired and you could possibly be prosecuted. What he did was he took the companies because he wants to go into the private sector and he wants to push this as well. So he put the
Mhm.
companies up there that will comply.
Right.
So if you work for that company, you need to know ahead of time that that will be coming for you, even if they haven't done it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Large companies, especially as they used to call them, the FANGs, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google, they have teams because it's so large, and teams do their own thing. So even if you don't have an official DE&I mandate, you can have something similar to DE&I in your team. That shit will be gone because everybody sitting up there has no problem firing your ass and making sure you never get a job in tech again if you do not follow the orders of the supreme dictator on high. Because that motherfucker. Okay.
Well, now there's something that we can go into.
Supreme dictator on high.
Well, and here's something that's funny. Along with what happened at the inauguration was the multiple signings of executive orders. He really wanted to show off that he is now in charge, and one of them was to strike down Lyndon B. Johnson's equal rights executive order that he put into place to protect the civil rights bill that came in 64. Yes, in 1964. This was to continue
over 70 plus executive orders rescinded, over 70
Yes.
plus. And we think that the EEOA was the only one that was rescinded. No, I just want to let you know, you PEOCs out there that are fucking white adjacent and voted for his ass, he rescinded the coverage for Asian Americans, Hawaiians, and Polynesians. He rescinded the same for Latinos and the Mexicans and everybody. He made sure to hit specific, not just cover all. He hit
Right.
specific. So every single one of you that voted for him, he just told you, thanks for your vote. I hope you like it up the ass.
Along
A
with
few
the
of those were performative, I believe.
no,
They
a
were
lot
very
of them were no, they
performative.
weren't few. It was many. Even the ones that really do hurt us was very performative. They and what got me was the not the army, the Air Force took out the
Yes,
Tuskegee
Tuskegee Airmen.
Airmen out of
Yes,
their learning materials
they're not
because
allowed.
They said they have
DEI
to
is out.
review it
Yeah, which
to
Yeah.
see
is
if it will maintain. My thing about that is okay, you don't want to call it DEI. That's fine. You can call it whatever the fuck you can call it. Look back on what the Negroes did for all I give a shit. Right now it seems like it's overly performative on everybody's point of view. Is like they have to squash the letters D, E, and I. They just I can't have it anywhere in my company.
right,
Whatever you want to call it. Him writing into that executive order to get rid of Lyndon Johnson's executive order for something that was put into law in 1964 when the executive order came out in 65 is fucking performative because
Mm-hmm.
the discriminatory acts of 64 that were put in will still maintain whether it be race or creed
right.
or whatever. That will
Because it's
stand.
law. It's
Correct.
law.
That
Right.
is
It's
law.
the removal
There's
of the
nothing that his
protection,
executive
though.
order can do about that particular law.
Right.
But we have since amended things over the course of time with executive orders of the such. Things that we have put in, like things that have to do with LGBTQ, things that have to
Right.
do with disabilities, things that were not in the original law.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Which
like black
protects a
people
lot
getting up
of
in arms, correct. Black people getting up in arms, I get it.
mm-hmm,
64 is going to trump the executive order of 65, which is going to in all honesty trump what the fuck whatever performative bullshit he is doing.
I don't
But
agree.
what he's doing is
Just so you
calling
know.
into play and trying to make these power moves like he's really about to do something. And
that was his dictator on day one.
correct. That was like
That was
Yes,
his
the
but
dictator
this
on
is
day
the
I'm going
one.
to do
setup.
this dictator to like it's that's why I said it seems like it's
But this
wholly
is the setup.
performative at this point.
I think it's a setup for more to come. This is
Mm-hmm.
laying the groundwork for worse shit because it's like in Jurassic Park when the velociraptors were testing the side of the thing, they kept hitting it to find the weakness. That's what he does.
Oh,
He
like when we
pokes to
let
see.
Nazi salutes go unnoticed and we
Right.
just say, "Oh, it's fine." We're
Exactly.
testing to see how
That.
many motherfuckers will be like, "It's fine. It was him giving us his
Exactly.
heart."
That's what
Mm-hmm.
he's doing. He's trying to see how far he can push Americans before they really actually push back. Because he don't give a fuck if minorities push back. He doesn't give a shit
Right.
because he knows he can rally the whites around it and say they're coming for you. So he already knows he's protected. As long as the
Well,
whites are okay with what he does, he's okay. This is not the end.
okay, but also depending on your level of white, because with
That part.
this the so-called we're getting rid of birthright citizenship,
Yeah.
no anchor babies, things of
Yep.
that nature.
Yep.
That comes back to bite you. But there was a federal court judge put a temporary injunction on it,
They did.
which
Yes.
stopped, thank goodness, stopped the so-called raids.
Well, you do,
Because
but that's just in one area. That's in one
no,
state.
it
There are
but
other
it
states that are allowing it.
well, because those are they're using state rights.
Right.
But if you use it, if any AG in any state is like, wait a minute, hold up, we got to stop. This is a little too out of hand. There's no structure. They can use that decision to strengthen
Yes.
their, case to put a stay
But
on it.
think about how many loyalists he has. He has been spending all this time putting loyalists everywhere because that is one of the things about the government contract jobs is you can be fired now for not loyalty, but for going against what you're told to do, i.e. loyalty. He's
Yeah.
putting loyalists in all of these positions. This is just the
Well,
beginning. We haven't even
the
hit the first
firing,
100 days.
the
This shit's
firing of
not going to get better.
the firing of the inspector generals.
Right.
which is against constitutional law. You have to let Congress know 30
Right.
days ahead that you're going to do this.
Did you see
Um,
that letter they sent him?
yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at, and this is why I wish we had a certain friend of the show here, because we're not in LA. I mean, you're in California, but you're in NorCal. Um, After all the shit and shenanigans that he did for the inauguration, he's not happy that the injunction kicked in, because he really wanted to show, like, me being a dictator, blah blah blah. But that's the problem with it. If you want to be a dictator, you got to get rid of all the checks and balances immediately, and you didn't do that. So now some of those
No.
checks and balances, no,
No,
a
that's what a
dictator,
coup
you
is for. That's what a
okay,
coup is for. And that's what
you're
I think he's
literally,
starting to create is a
but
coup. And
you got to
Let
make
him
sure
finish.
that
You're saying what he's saying. Just let him finish.
you got to
he's
make
saying,
sure that when you hit the coup, everybody is in lockstep. They're not all in lockstep. They just
Correct.
showed that because of Pete Hegseth. Now, Christy Nome was an easy slide in. The dog killer.
yep,
I'm
I
more
knew
scared
that.
for dogs than migrants, with her being in charge of Homeland Security. But
Pete Hegseth
if we
is
look at
scary.
the way California is being handled, especially in Southern California with the wildfires in LA, that little thing he did with Mayor Karen Bass was also performative and a joke. Now she's literally saying, we want to make sure that the citizens can get to where they are safely, and it should take about a week. Oh well, that's too long. People need to get in and get their belongings and blah 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 blah. Two things I kind of agree with. Yes, it's too long, because by the time you may come back, you may not have a property to come back, because they could use eminent domain to try to start
Right.
pulling stuff, especially in places like Altadena, which now they're saying is prime property. It's prime land. What's coming in 2028? The Olympics. What do they need? Land. So on that end,
They're
the
going to do
orange
exactly for
orangutan
those
has a
people.
point.
They're going to do exactly what they did to the people in Arlington when they put in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Good night, goodbye. Eminent
And they were like,
domain,
we don't give
we
a fuck
got
And
it.
our
about y'all
governor.
living here. We're going to take, and they took a
Right.
big portion of a very old section of Arlington and was like, we don't give a shit. This is where we want our stadium.
So
Our governor pissed him off too, and that doesn't help because our
Oh,
governor
that was
owned the
so
shit out of his
good.
ass.
He did not let that
But
hand go, and he pulled his ass in a little bit. I was like, okay, I
well,
see you
and
with
then
the
Melania
with the power
let him
play
kiss
moves.
her.
Baby, she
Oh,
was giggling and shit back there. Did you see that?
well, she
Couldn't even let her
knows.
husband kiss her.
but Trump's ego is so fragile that, as wonderful that as that was, and I'm here for petty. I love me some petty, but Trump is better at petty sometimes.
Well,
And so
it
they're
showed
now
when,
trying to pull all federal aid from us.
right, but again, that showed when he was speaking with Mayor Bass and was trying to downplay her and talk over her and lord over her. And the
Yep.
maggots thought, oh my God, he put that negress in her place. And I'm sitting there going, this man doesn't even know how to handle any kind of emergency
At all.
situation at all.
No.
He wants to get rid, he wants to restructure FEMA. Oh, just get rid of FEMA altogether, because
He
who
thinks
needs
FEMA is
it?
paper towels that
Yes,
we throw at
please,
people.
please get rid of FEMA. Please get rid of FEMA for the next goddamn hurricane season that hits the South. For all the places that voted for you, please get rid of fucking FEMA. I want you to. Because all the places that voted for you, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Florida, Louisiana, all of them that need FEMA in hurricane season, get rid of it. I'll be
Oh,
okay.
not even just
Get rid of
hurricane
it.
season. Let's talk about when the tornadoes are very active in Tornado Alley.
That part. All through
You
Oklahoma
know,
and the Panhandle, please
yep,
get rid of fucking FEMA.
because
I want you to.
again,
Because I want you to get everything you voted for.
this is the
This-
FAFO moment.
Yep.
What are
But
you
that's
going
the
to do?
shitty
Hell,
part.
thank
You get
goodness
rid of-
Louisiana, I'm sorry, Brit, but thank goodness Southern Louisiana got through that snowstorm we just went through with very little damage, with any kind of with very little
Infrastructure
damage
damage
and
and whatnot.
or property loss, or just, hey, My food went bad. Our grid actually stayed strong.
I was gonna say, I
Thank
didn't hear
goodness.
about anybody losing electricity, did y'all?
Few, a few in
Oh,
our
okay.
area did, but nothing to the point of what happened to Texas back when Ted Cruz said, "Fuck y'all, I'm going to Cancun. Peace
And
out."
that is how you
Oh
know
my
when some shit is.
God.
But I work for a very Republican company, and I came in that morning. I said, "Yeah, y'all know we about to get hit because Ted Cruz was spotted at the airport. Why the motherfuckers died laughing?" I was
Yeah,
like, I was taking a chance saying that shit in that crowd, but I didn't give a fuck because the shit was funny. But that's how we know some shit was coming. If you see
right.
Ted Cruz about to fly out,
It's game over. Y'all are good.
the grid is going down.
Although I will
We
say,
need FEMA. I
yeah,
know, and I
Mm-mm,
it
agree
doesn't
with
matter the
Helene.
mm-mm.
state.
No, let me explain. Let me explain on a personal note. And the reason why I say this is I agree with Helene. I would rather live in just a fucked up situation to watch all the motherfuckers just lose their shit because white people for some reason get extra just fall out when things affect them that they swore would never affect them. But California is so due for a devastating, catastrophic, million lives lost earthquake.
Man,
And
they've been
yes, we
saying
have
that
money.
y'all gonna fall off the US for years. I've been waiting on that
No,
since
you're
I was
right,
in like third grade.
but it's going to happen. And yes, we have money. We do have money. California has money, but things are changing. Silicon Valley's leaving, things like that.
Hmm.
So
And they
I'm
want
going
to
to say
move.
for a
They want to
personal
move it
thing,
to Texas. That
before
doesn't
FEMA,
have the resources to make it
At
Silicon
all.
Valley.
I
At
know.
all.
And that's the best part.
We don't
They
have the
moved it
grid
there
to make it
for the
Silicon Valley.
taxes. We do. They're leaving for these taxes. All that's going to happen is it's consistent issues.
Hmm.
Because when the winter hits, think about it. When the winter hits, when all these things hit, and you've got Silicon Valley move there, and like she said, the grid, the level of power that it takes to keep these data centers operating is astronomical. It
Yeah,
is
it's
going to
insane.
shut shit down. And all those tax breaks that these CEOs thought they were going to get don't matter anymore when you can't
Right.
operate and when you lose the
Well,
faith of your customers. But
Oh yeah.
w-
And
we
look,
got to move on. Oh, last
Texas is
last
oil and
comment. We
gas,
got to move on.
especially Houston, where a lot of these places are moving to Houston. And a lot of
Hmm.
them are either they're looking at Austin, but they're like Austin's too liberal. They're looking at Dallas, Dallas is too old school money. They're coming to Houston. It's a newer clientele, it's a newer class of money, it's a bigger city, and it's more spread out. But Houston is
Yeah.
oil and gas. When you start to impede on the oil and gas with your tech, watch what's going to happen.
mhm,
All
Watch what's
right.
going to
Well,
happen.
we shall
they should have
see. And
stayed.
my last thing is, since Britt lives in California, quick question, quick answer. Did the
Mhm.
magical faucet show up?
Ah, that was the
Because
funniest shit I've ever heard. Just turn
I
on
really
the
want to see.
faucet.
I really want to go and see it. Hopefully it looks like something from The Hobbit. Because Trump says once we turn that on, all the water should flow straight to LA. We will see. Um Again,
That was some
America,
funny
you
shit.
literally brought in a felonious idiot to run the country. Not
I would take
once,
Homer Simpson as my
but twice.
president
Yeah.
over him any day.
What's your girl? What's on the movie with the pottery
Oh,
ghost?
Eh,
Ghost. Yeah,
yeah.
Demi
What she
Moore.
say? Oh, what she say? What's
Molly
my
America,
girl's
girl,
name?
you in
Girl,
danger.
you in danger,
you in
girl.
danger, girl.
Yes, America. Well, good
Ooh,
luck.
you in danger,
Hey,
girl.
like we said, 250 years is the game, and this is the 248th
Yep.
year come July 4th of 2025. So we'll
But
see
you
what
notice
happens.
European countries are so much older than we are, and we
But
can't
they've
keep our
had their
shit
downfall.
together. They
They've had
have,
their
but
downfall and
they
had
pulled themselves
their
through.
comeback. I don't
Right.
know if America's
Pulled
built
themselves
for
up
it.
by their bootstraps.
There
Oh
you go.
God. Okay, get off my internet,
Are they
please.
clogs? Depending on where you live in Europe.
Oh,
All right.
clogs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Let us know in the comments how you feel about the inauguration,
The
his
inauguration.
executive orders. Just let us know how you been. We really want to hear from y'all. But before we go, we definitely have to take a walk down the Her-Tep Corner because that's where, in 3 minutes, Britt Williams can connect anything to a certain colored supremacy. So, Britt, the floor is yours. You have 3 minutes. Make them count.
So today, I'm not even going to connect what I wanted to, which was dogs, white people owning dogs. I can connect it to white supremacy, but um, I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm actually doing a new video. And when I started to go through every executive order that has been rescinded and how it connects to what's going on, I realized something, and I'm asking everybody out there, literally, think about it. The EEOA was signed in, like Helene said, in 1964 and became an executive order in 1965. That means we have elders. We have elders who were around before, and we have elders who are around now. And I think at this point as a community, we need to stop. We need to look at our elders and ask our elders what they think, because they have lived through every iteration of this. Absolutely every iteration. And they're alive. If anybody has a roadmap for what's to come. And yeah, would I like to, I joke around about, starting a GoFundMe for my bail money. Yeah, I want to go out there. The other day, just a couple days ago, did I roll up on a cop and just sit there with two cops and watch them and pull out my phone while they were talking to this black kid at Target? Absolutely. But for something this large, something we've never encountered, we're lucky. We have a blessing. We still have people around who know what is to come and what it was like when all of this was stripped away. And it may be performative or not, but it doesn't matter what his intentions were. The rest of the country will follow suit and do as they're told. This is why they're slapping up whites only stickers that are beautifully, beautifully done. They literally look like the businesses created them. They're putting up these stickers that say white only establishments in the middle of the night. These chodes are going to do what they're going to do. So we need to ask those who know best what they think we should do. So it's simply just a plea to talk to our elders. They are our elders for a reason. And they were there. They saw what was going on. And they have a better idea. With that said, I already told my dad I'm counting him out. I told him this last night. I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Aww.
He is not one of the elders we will be going to.
Papa Williams just likes him a little bit of white meat, girl, but he's still down for the cause.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, sorry, Papa William. You're out. You're out. We can't come
So
tell
that
you.
is Her-Tep Corner for today.
All right. Thanks, Britt. We appreciate you for that. And yeah, I don't know if any of the elders listen to the podcast, but if you do have an elder who was there, ask them the question: what's next? What do we do? What must we do to get through this insane 4 years that's to come? That's already started. So
that could be 8 years because
because a certain congressman,
yep,
a senator,
congressman
right?
is put no, you're right. It's a congressman who's putting forth an extension to anyone whose term limit was interrupted by another presidency, an opposite presidency. Which somebody said in my comments in the Slightly Annoyed Mixed Chick Instagram, she said, "Don't you think that's kind of funny that they did it for an interruption to make sure that it discounts Obama's ability to run?"
Yeah, because if it wasn't,
term, yeah.
Obama could come back for a third term.
Right.
No, leave it as is.
Oh,
it's
did they
fine.
put that in there? That it has to be back to back to back, or what?
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't.
It has to be interrupted. You can't have back-to-back presidencies for a third term. You must have an interrupted presidency so that your second term resets to a first term, and then you can run for a second term.
Now that's what
Why
the
won't he
that's
just
what
go
the
down?
congressman's trying to pull.
Right.
But
So
they
then
said
would
2
Obama
terms
not be
game.
able to?
He had back-to-back
No, because he was
presidencies.
Yeah, because
he
he
had
had
back-to-back
back-to-back
presidencies. If Jimmy Carter was alive, he could have
Oh,
come
I see
back.
what you're okay.
Yep.
You know, if George H.W. Bush could have come back. But no, it's 2 terms. Period. Dry. Done. They're trying to add these little hey,
Lord
well,
Jesus.
it's not 2 consecutive terms. So no. Hopefully that gets thrown out, but hey, look at what our Congress looks like right now. All right, man. We got to try and brighten this thing up. If we're going to walk out,
Yes,
let's
please,
go
ray of
out with
sunshine.
a smile. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the question of the pod, given so
Yes!
lovingly. Yes, indeed. So lovingly by that beautiful ray of sunshine, Miss Araya Anderson. What you got for
All
us?
right. This question is dedicated to Britt.
Oh,
What's one thing? I'm gonna go around the room, so it's an A through D.
okay.
What's one thing that old school black grandmas did that the new ones don't? A. Cook.
Evil bitch.
B. Pick up their grandkids.
Yeah.
C. Wear house coats. Or D. Go to church.
Britt don't do
Anthony,
none of that.
what say you?
I remember this question. So this is a
Did we
rehash,
do
right?
this already?
Yes, we did.
Oh, I have another
'Cause
question if we did that one
Okay.
already.
Redo it.
But
Rewind.
thanks for the sub.
Because Britt don't do none of that.
And Britt doesn't do
You're
none
welcome,
of them
Britt.
shit.
Britt be like,
Thank
you know,
you,
them
Anthony.
kids. Them kids. I mean,
Yes, we did it on
My-
a previous episode.
My daughter's children. She doesn't even
Yeah.
call
Yes,
them
that's what they
grandkids.
are.
what do
Okay.
they probably just call her Britt. Do they? What do they call
They
her?
call me Gigi.
Gigi.
Mm,
All right. I have another question that I don't believe we did. Okay.
okay.
It's an A through D, so wait till I call on you. Which legendary artist had boiling hot grits thrown on them by a former girlfriend?
Ooh,
We've done
I
this before, but
know.
come on, let's go.
We have?
Yes.
I know that one.
I don't
So
remember.
do I.
But read it anyway, because now that we're on
Okay.
YouTube, a lot of stuff is brand new.
Okay.
So,
A.
brand new question. Mhm.
Peter Guns. B. Future. C. Al Green. D. Marvin Gaye. We're gonna go to Helene first, because she says she knows the answer.
Future, duh. No, bitch. I mean, he probably deserved it. Al Green, ma'am.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it.
All right. Ladies
job.
and gentlemen,
ball.
congratulations to Helene.
Grit ball, baby.
Grit
Grits.
ball.
Yes. Al Green did get a pot of scalding hot, well
And then
cooked.
he became a Christian. And
Right.
became Reverend Al
Hominy.
Green.
I'm sure he
Hominy.
deserved it. I'm sure he deserved it.
I want to
do
see
you know
the
the
Al
story
Green
as to why?
story. No.
Wasn't
Okay.
he cheating? Or was that Sam
No.
Cooke? Am I getting him and Sam
Nope.
Cooke mixed
Sam
up?
Cooke. Well, they all cheated. But I mean,
Right.
here's the deal. The story goes that Al Green was taking a bath. The woman that he was with wanted and demanded for him to marry her. And Al kind of laughed it off and said, "Go ahead on, girl. Well, I'm a player from the
She said,
Himalayas." Now, he didn't
okay.
say that, but he pretty much denied her marriage. So while he was in the bath, while he was taking a bath, she came back with a pot of scalding hot grits, and not that instant grit.
No.
Good,
She was cooking them
traditional.
all day.
Oh, yeah, probably from the burlap sack grits,
Mm.
and threw it on him, and it hit his lower neck, chest, sternum area. And as he tells the story, it was so hot he didn't know how hot it was
Mm.
until he went to wipe it off, and the
Oh.
skin came off with the grits. And it was at that
Dang.
point
Well, now
the
this
the
isn't
pain
funny
hit him,
anymore.
and he went down in the water. And as he began to pull, he said he cooled down, but skin continued to come
Ooh.
off with it.
Okay.
That
well,
So
hurt.
you know what?
yes,
Now it's not
ladies
funny.
and gentlemen,
Thanks.
another person who had the same story about burning flesh was Richard Pryor. So you
Mm-mm.
know,
Oh, but his
it
was
was
That was
what
his
it
funny.
was.
own fault.
His
But
was
when he
was
did
funny
the
funny.
though.
match, when
His
he
was
lit
no
the
He was
match,
like,
he
yeah, he lit
"I
that
hear
match and was
y'all."
like, what is this? He was like,
Richard
me
running
running down
down the
Sunset
street.
Boulevard. Yeah.
That was one of the best comedies. Richard Pryor live on the Sunset
Yo,
Strip.
have
I
If
that
you
just
have
got
not seen
yes,
it,
I
I
please
have
just
it.
got
watch
my
it.
son to watch we were talking about watching JoJo Dancer, Your Life is
Yeah.
Calling. And
Oh, I
I was
love
like,
that movie.
it's basically loosely, his life
Based on his life. Yeah.
up until a certain point. And my son was
I'm,
like, did he really
I'm
live this? And I
sorry.
was like, yeah,
As
yes,
much
nigga.
as a lot of comedians say Eddie Murphy Raw cannot touch
Oh,
Richard
live at the
Pryor
Sunset Strip.
Oh, it's
live
always
on the
Richard
Sunset
Pryor.
Strip, or
Always.
Richard Pryor live, or
Just
Richard
Richard
Pryor
Pryor and
live and
dinner.
smoking.
Just
Cause
Richard
Live and
Pryor.
smoking.
yeah,
But I don't know. Richard is up there, of course, but him as a man is like far lower because
Well, yes.
yeah.
just from what he
Well,
did to Pam Grier is some bullshit.
yeah. He's a man. That's
A
all.
horrible, like
Well,
a
He didn't
somewhat
beat.
horrible one.
He
At
didn't
some
put
point.
hands on
boys.
Pam. Now let's hold
Didn't he
that
No.
make
because
it so she couldn't have kids or something like that?
Yeah.
he was dipping. He
That's
would
fucked up.
sprinkle cocaine on his
Yeah.
peen
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
that's
was
fucked
having
up.
sex with her. And yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Basically,
crazy.
look, he basically pulled a what Scarface yell at the white girl, "You got to pollute it." When he told her,
Yeah.
your shit is
Your
polluted.
womb is so polluted.
Your womb is polluted.
So
Yeah,
polluted.
he polluted a womb.
So yeah, but again, that is the answer.
She can't
Al
have no kids,
Green.
man.
Yes, you
Can't
can't
have
have no
kids.
kids.
She
Your
can't have
womb
no
is so
kids.
polluted. No, okay, let me stop. Let me stop. We gotta wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Want to thank everybody who took the time out again to watch us. We really appreciate y'all because you are why we do this, along with us trying to keep our
I give
sanity
my heart
from our
to
day-to-day
you.
lives. Our hearts.
I
Wait,
hope my new
our
listener
hearts.
found us. I hope
Yes, to the new listener who jumped on, please, thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the red button at the
Who's
bottom.
the
It may
new
not be
listener
red
that
anymore.
jumped
It's just
on?
white. Oh, yeah.
it was a
Wait,
very
did
intelligent,
the listener jump
very
on to the podcast or did the listener jump on to you?
no, the listener jumped onto the podcast. This is a very,
Okay.
very, very knowledgeable young
Okay.
individual.
Why
that-
do all I see is like a picture of like her and this motherfucker the harpooning
Hunching?
themselves on the humpback like Dora the Explorer? And just like the backpack. Like that monkey on Call. Remember that monkey on Call of Duty that would hump your head in
Yes.
the fog? That's
Yep.
all I see. That's all I
Well,
see.
sadly, the way things are going in Trump's administration, Dora, you're going to be exploring your birth country because you ain't
Yep.
exploring America no more.
Oh,
I'm
did
sorry
you
to
know,
hear.
hear.
really quick,
She's
did
not
you
gonna be speaking
know
Spanish no
that
more.
you can be a legal resident here on a temporary basis, but legal? Did it the right way. Went through
Yeah.
all the hoops. If you have a kid with somebody who is not legal, your child can be deported.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? All my children are illegitimately American. Ha ha! And I don't have any. So we got to wrap this up. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much.
Oh.
Make sure.
Oh, no,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
legally here.
You sure? Better
Brit's
check
like
that
my
code.
kids are. Brit's like my kids are legal. Just the ones that are swimming in some toilet bowl right now are the only ones.
There we
No,
go.
I have a child with someone who crossed the border. I don't
Oh,
know if they ever got
you
their
know
green
what?
card.
We're not gonna snitch. We gotta wrap it up. And we gotta thank everybody for
Can we
watching
deport
it.
him,
For
though?
watching.
Yes.
Shush. Thank y'all so much for watching. Oh, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll only take you a second. Blue thumbs up because blue thumbs are so cool. And make sure you hit the bell and turn the notifications to
God,
all.
look
Yeah,
at
you
that.
see?
What
Those
the
are for
fuck?
you. Those are for you for doing those things.
My weak
Make
ass
sure you
Dell don't do no shit like that. I'm sorry.
girl, stop. Hit that bell. And once hit the bell, I said hit that bell. Hit the bell.
I gotta pee.
And turn the notifications to all so when a new episode drops, it'll show up on your notifications on your phone and you can watch and enjoy. So, with that being said, thank y'all so much. We got to say Ad Wiedersehen. So, for Miss Coretta with the Beretta, Miss Helene Tarragano,
Gang, gang.
for that beautiful ray of sunshine, Miss Araya Anderson.
Yes.
I love it. And for the high priestess of beige rage, the slightly annoyed mixed chick, the African American
It's okay. You don't have to
princess
keep going. I have
herself.
to pee so bad. Please.
All right,
Girl,
Miss
go
Britt
pee.
Williams, who has a
Lord,
weak
jeez.
bladder. I am
bladder,
Anthony Sterling.
Eminem.
Go. Piss off and get pissed on.
Even that dumbass dog is like, what the fuck is going on?
It's so sad. I am Anthony Sterling, your friendly neighborhood super Negro, bidding you adieu, saying if you out in them streets, please be good, and if you can't be good, be careful. Bye.
Bye.
Lady.
Bye.